Friday, December 7th. Friday is Frau's Day, Freya Day, Venus Day. Two female deities are Monday, the moon's day, Luna, Lunes, the goddess of the moon. Friday, Venus, Freya, Frau, Frigg. December 7th, which is originally expressed numerically as 10-7 instead of what we know of it now as 12-7. Originally, decim is 10 in Latin, novum is 9, oct is 8, octo, as in octagon and octopus. September 7. And September is the separation of the year at Libra, at the equinox, equal night of autumn, the autumnal or fall equinox, equal night, equal day and night when the sun's at the equatorial plane on the ecliptic path. The other equinox, Aries, in March, which was originally month 1, following month 12, February. January 11, El-Even, Janus, the god of doors. 11 is the pictogram of the doorway of El-Even, of the pair of L's, the parallel lines. Par-al-El, P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L, with a double L, which shows those parallel lines in the spelling with the S-P-E-L-L-I-N-G. Words are spells. Language is magic. Abracadabra, Hebrew, abracadabra, I create what I say. So when you write today as 12-7 as we do now, 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 7 is 10, and the year is an 11 year, 2018, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, El-Even. El-Even plus 10. Twin T 1. Twin T hours, Twin Towers, Twin T 12, Twin Pines, Twin Peaks, both dramatic, symbolic depictions of the Twin Towers mega ritual of 911. The two towers of the Paravels brought down on the El-Eventh of September of separation, Libra. Who in the Bible is Eve, or even, the evening, and Adam is Aries, Mars, and Venus, Libra, Eve. Venus, Eve. So you may as well say Friday today, Venus Day is Eve's Day as well. And this time of year is Eve's time of year, the evening of the year. And the sun goes into his valley, his viale, and his inter of winter, his burial at the Tropic of Capricorn, at the plane of that tropic on the ecliptic path, the Earth tilted at 23.5 degrees, which is 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock would be the summer summit, the mountain of the year of Cancer, the crab of Ra, of all rabbis, eyes of Eve and Ra, Eve, Ra, Th, T, Ing. T is 1, 2, the vertical joined with the horizontal. 1, 2 of the Tao, the Tao, or the Tao of Taoism, of Chinese Yang, the sun, and Yin, the moon, or same 2 again of the equinoxes, Mars, Adam, man, male, and Eve, Venus, female, and male, Evel, of all, at 12 o'clock, 3, 6, 9, 12. The 3 and 6 and the 9 and 12, the the 6 and 12 and the 3 and the 9 of the vertical L and horizontal L of all, of the axis a 6, of the base 6. The base 6 of what I'm talking about sounds like a foreign language to modern people, because modern people have been conditioned not to recognize the base 6. They live in the mode of ignorance, which is ignoring ancestry. Not in the mode of knowledge, knowing the edge of the ledge. And when you live by ignorance, ignoring your ancestry, ignoring the past, ignoring the base 6, what inevitably happens is what we have manifested in the world now. A world of perpetual debt slavery, of working class and owner class. Us and them, of walls of all, of Baal, of Bel, of Beltane and Yule, El, coming up the Yule of Noel, Christmas, the Son of God's rebirth day. Indeed. It's what it is. Because he dies symbolically at the Tropic of Capricorn on the solstice, which is sun stand still, sun and stis stand still. So he's symbolically dead there at that same plane at the Tropic of Capricorn in December, the death ember, death ender of the calendar. His rebirth is the 25th. And it's interesting when you watch Is the Sun Conscious by Rupert Sheldrake. He brings up the difference between how Greek Orthodox envisions the Jesus Christ character, as mostly they depict Jesus Christ in his resurrected form, and then you have look at part of the reason I'm so emphatic about distancing myself from biblical God, Judeo-Christian conceptions, is this rabid religious right movement, which is completely mum on geoengineering because they are beholden to their status as non-profit organizations. So they are muzzled by the government. So they can't speak up for what's right and what's good or God. So essentially, we have countless denominations of anti-Christ churches. Because Christ is truth and light. And this principle of rising, look at the word Christ with rise in it, like Osiris rises, Osiris, and Horus. Horus, the sun personified. And that when the sun, this would be his eye here. The sun's eye in the sky looking at you. Reading, reading your mind. Your minute mind. Ego or persona. Persona is Latin for mask or facade, the face. That's all, the face. No one would contend that the face is the entire self, right? Of course not. And this is the sixtum, the sickness of the system that's imposed on everyone, of social capital. Doesn't allow for a bigger perspective. Perhaps I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit there. Going in circles here at the what we called the common in Salem, the common moon. Common unity. A lot of lip service given to the buzzword community. How many actually have ever even broken it down and know what they're saying when they're saying it? And how many have questioned whether or not how it's used in the society at large is actually what community is about. As my friend Andrew says, it's been turned into, when you look at the word, how communism, which is just saying the same thing as community, which is communism, ism of the community, the common unity, how that became, with the capitalist Western world, the big boogeyman, communism. So that's an inversion. It's a spell. It's part of this, how language can be used and manipulated by powers that believe they be. And yes, they just believe they be. But I wanted to finish up my thought there on the thing with looking at depicting, focusing or concentrating on the ascended Christ versus the dead Christ on the cross. Because you see a huge accent on the dead Christ on the cross, and how in the portrayal of the gospel there's this huge accent on the crucifixion rather than the resurrection. And then you look at how the society is structured with losers. It's basically like this losers and winners type system of game show reality, bizarre social capital system, which is not pure capitalism, not pure socialism. It's something in between. And this whole binary of either you're socialist, capitalist doesn't really apply when you understand that it's about concentrated power and wealth on a global scale. So this was dedicated November 11th, 1976, which is 11/11, November 11th. Originally, novum, as I said before, novum means 9 in Latin, so 11/11 is actually originally 9/11. And 76 was the bicentennial, 200th year anniversary of the inception of the experiment known as the United States of America, which is now a registered corporation or corporation. And the reason you have a businessman symbolically at the helm in the so-called White House, or the House of Baal, the son of light, is because the nation is a business. It's a corporation. It's run like a business. It's all about finance. Capital L, the 12 of El. Noel. Born as the king of Israel, or Isis-Rael. Israel? If you look at that as a question, yes, Ra is El, or Saturn. Israel is a name of Saturn, god of time. Saturn of Saturnalia, which is December the 17th, through the solstice. The solstice ritualism is what this is all about. Look at this gargantuan pine tree here in the gazebo of Gaia. There's a name for when you look at the archways here, there's arches, the gazebo. Oh, and look what it's on top, of course, the pine cone. Oh, and I should have shown you that all around the edge of this park, all of the tops of the fence are little pine cones. And then you have the pine cone on top of the gazebo here. And now we have, of course, the pine tree of the Christ Mass for the masses. God's Son's death and then rebirth. The light of life. There's a name for that top of the archway there. What is that called? Is it the keystone? That's what that is, the keystone. You see that? That's Freemasonic. Of course, look at the sun here with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of H. This is an octagonal structure here. Of course. Oh, always linked with Jupiter Zeus, the octagon, green octagon, octograms.